What are the duties of a real estate agent? How do you know if your agent is working hard for you? When do you throw up your hands and say, my agent is not working for me and I need to fire them? Today we're going to talk about some very tangible aspects, some core values that should be a part of every real estate agent's practice. Arm yourself as a buyer or seller. You need to know this information, and we're starting now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica Monroe. I'm a Bay Area realtor with RE/MAX Gold, and I specialize in Solano County. There are so many different styles and practices in how agents operate their businesses, but at the end of the day, all good realtors have core values and concepts that should be uniform across their business. Our job is to educate, inform, advise, and at the end of the day, support whatever decision you make regarding the purchase or sale of your property. But let's take it one step further than that. I'm not talking about communication, because obviously if your agent is not responsive to you, within reason, we are real people, we do have families, but if you're finding that you're having to follow up over and over, you deserve better. But again, let's take it one step further than that. I want to give you some really tangible ways to evaluate whether or not your agent is working hard for you. Measurement number one, professional marketing and photography of your home. Sellers, are your agents actually hiring professional photographers to come through and showcase your property in the best possible light? If not, you deserve better. I can't tell you how many cringe-worthy photos I see all over the MLS. An agent just rolls in one day, doesn't even turn on the lights sometimes, distorts the pictures using that wide lens angle, where the walls are all completely curved. You have no idea of the dimension of the space, the flow of the layout, or even the coloring of the cabinets or countertops. Photography is so important. Remember, that's our first impression to buyers. That's how we entice them to actually take the effort to come see and tour your house. I can really only think of 3 scenarios where professional photography would not be appropriate. The first would be a tenant-occupied home with tenant rights. Maybe the tenant isn't cooperative and doesn't want a professional photographer coming through. The second would be if the seller didn't want professional photography, which is highly unusual. It's the agent that pays for the photographer, and why wouldn't you want to showcase your house to the best of its ability? But there are those out there that feel the way they feel, so perhaps that's a reason. And number 3 would be timing. With how busy the industry has been, perhaps it's going to be too long of a turnaround. Maybe you really needed to list your home yesterday and you just don't have the flexibility to wait for professional photography. Perhaps that's a reason. But any other reason, you deserve better. Do not let an agent convince you that it's a seller's market and it's absolutely not necessary. We are putting our name and our brand out there as well. So I would want to showcase all of my branding to the best of its ability and ensure that I am doing everything possible to get my sellers top dollar. Professional photography is going to help with that. It's going to entice the largest pool of buyers to come through those doors and hopefully generate you multiple offers. Measurement number 2 is for buyers. If your agent is adamant that you should visit as many open houses as possible and is really reluctant to actually drive over to open doors for you, you deserve better. Yes, of course, sometimes it makes sense to go to the open houses. If you were planning to visit the home that same day, you might as well go when the doors are open. But if you're forced to only go to homes that have open houses, you need to have a conversation with your realtor. Your agent should be in the home with you. I think it's so important for me to see a house before I help a buyer write an offer. Otherwise, I don't truly know how the house is going to compare to other comps. As an agent, I also want to take note of what appliances are there, any deformities or defects that I see in the property that I may want to ask the seller about. I can't give a truly educated, honest opinion on where I think the price point is going to go if I don't understand how this house actually compares to other recently sold homes. A great example of this is an out-of-area agent offering their services at full price, mind you, to a family friend or family member in another part of the state. If they do not operate business in this part of the state, chances are they're not going to understand how the market works and how to help you become the most attractive buyer possible. They are doing you a disservice. In my opinion, that agent should do some research on your behalf and pair you with a really great local agent. They can be on the side to answer any questions as a family friend or family member, but allow a local agent to actually take care of you. The agent who referred you will still get a referral fee, but in my opinion, that is the best way to take care of you and to make you the most attractive buyer and the highest possibility of success. If your agent is commuting from an hour plus away and they're still really pushing you to go to open houses, or they tell you to contact Zillow or Redfin and one of those agents will open the doors for you, you deserve better. And in fact, this can land you in some hot water or even jeopardize your opportunity to purchase the property. In real estate, there's something called the procuring cause. The agent who shows you that property is the procuring cause of the sale. Their actions resulted in the sale or potential sale of the property. So if you see a house with one agent and you write an offer on that same house with a different agent, the agent who showed you the property can claim procuring cause and come after a partial or full commission, which may jeopardize your opportunity to purchase the house. Measurement number 3 is actually for buyers and sellers. Is your agent providing you with evidence as to what's happening in the current market and their reasoning behind the price point that they suggest, whether it's for selling your home and what price to list it at, or purchasing a home, what price they think the winning offer will be? Are they providing you with comps and their reasoning as to how that house compares to others recently sold? If not, you deserve better. Your agent needs to respect that this is a huge decision. This is a huge milestone in your life. Whether you're selling or you're buying, you need to be educated in order to make the best possible decision for you and your family. I find the best way to do that is to share my knowledge, to share what I'm seeing happening in the market, and to give my opinion about how an appraiser may credit or reduce value due to certain aspects of the home. You should never have to blindly trust that, oh, that's the number that's going to do it. Ask for some evidence. Ask to understand and educate yourselves as to why that number may be relevant. From there, you can make the right decision for yourself. Whether or not it's what the agent suggested, at least you have an understanding of where the recommendation is coming from. Measurement number 4 is again for buyers and sellers. Is your agent taking the time to walk you through the process? Are they reviewing documentation such as the contract before they send it to you in a DocuSign? It's so easy to just click, 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 sign away your rights and not have any understanding of what you just committed to. It's so important that your agent explain to you next steps and what to expect during that 21 or 30-day closing. If your agent is not taking the time to explain the process to you, ask that of them. Though you shouldn't have to, ask that of them, and if they're not meeting your expectations, it's time to find a new realtor. The beauty of real estate is that there's room for so many different personalities and ways to conduct business. But at the end of the day, we all share the same core values, or should share the same core values. We're here to protect, advise, educate, and we have a fiduciary duty to our clients. If you're finding that your realtor is lacking communication or falling short of your expectations, make sure to communicate that first. Like I mentioned, every buyer and seller is very different and their expectations are very different. So have that conversation and provide that opportunity for them to step it up. If they don't, you know it's time to find the right realtor. If you don't know what a contingency is, or you've never been walked through a 21-day close, check out my videos to help educate yourself. Be your biggest advocate, know what to expect, and hopefully that'll aid you in finding the right agent to help you get to the finish line. Thanks so much for watching. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, ding that bell so you're notified when I post my next video.